Hello everyone, this is Candy the 614 Stitcher, and today is Monday, January the 29th, 2024, and this is my Flosstube episode 111. I would like to say hello and welcome to my new subscribers. I thank you so very much for trying me out and subscribing. I hope to enable you with a project or two. And to my returning friends and subscribers, thank you so very much for coming back each and every time that I do upload a video. I have had a non-eventful week. It's been stitching and the weather has been up and down, so I've just been in the house. I did go to a Stitchy meetup yesterday for the Central Ohio Stitchers. We had a very good time. We actually had 12 people turn out this time, so we are growing in numbers, and I appreciate any and all of you that were able to attend yesterday. And hopefully we'll just keep growing. It was on a Sunday due to a booking. You have to book the library so far in advance. And so we are already set for February, March, and April. And I do believe it will be going back to a Saturday starting in April. The next 2 months will be on Sundays. But if you would like to, if you are in the Central Ohio area or close by, please go to the Facebook page and join, answer the questions, and you can get the schedule information as Marie puts it out. I thank you all also for your support in me quitting smoking. It really means a lot to me to have your support. I didn't really put it out there that I was a smoker. However, if you go to a retreat, hundreds of people see you smoking, so they know that you smoke, but it just something that was personal, so I never really talked about it very much. But as it turns out, there are other people that are going through the same thing, and so why not share what is working? I am still on my patches, and I am still drinking mint tea, and I'm having suckers. I've changed gum. So it's going very well, though. I'm very pleased with myself. So if you too have decided that you were giving up cigarette smoking, or any habit for that matter that you feel is not healthy, let me just say it that way. If you feel it's not healthy for you anymore, I would encourage you to just keep going. There are still days where it is difficult for me, but I continue to just keep pressing forward. And that's all that I can do. And I thank you all for your support. Again, it really, really, really means a lot to me. So, well, I have a couple of new starts. I have some whips, no finishes this time. I have my February plans, a little bit of investments, and some stitchy kindness still for my birthday. It's my birthday month still, so I received a birthday gift today. So we're going to just jump right into it and get started. This, I was going to say this might be a smaller bit of a video, but every time I say that, then it's end up being longer. So I was just like, no, I'm just going to not say that. We're going to go ahead on and get started with the new start. So I started, if you can't tell, it's in this beautiful bag that I received as a gift. And I know it came from my friend Jen, which is Spoonie-Rooney Stitches. Spoonie-Rooney Stitches. But I think somebody gave it to her to give to me, if I have that correct. Anyway, it's a beautiful turtle bag. And it has all kinds of sea turtles all over it. And in this bag, I have my Temperature Turtles by Stitching Mommy. I was able to get started on this week. I am stitching my Temperature Turtles on a 32 count Whimsical by Be Stitch Me. And I am using a sulky conversion. So let me show you where I'm at. This is the January portion so far that I have in. I have put in 291 stitches in here. And so this is his front flipper and his back. And then I'm just going around. This whole color right here represents 4 days. The way that she designed it this time is that the numbers go around in a circle. So that's kind of hard to explain. But anyway, it's like the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th. And so that's why this whole section, all the dates, all the temperatures were the same for that day, for those days. And so it just made it a very nice outline for the entire butterfly. I keep saying temperature butterfly because I still have that on my brain. So it's Temperature Turtle. And let me show you what the rest of, this is the fabric that was chosen for it. I am thinking that I will not need this whole piece of fabric for it. So it'll be nice to have some left over. But that is where I'm at on Temperature Turtles. I will be working on this now every week. So that, first of all, I need to get caught up because it's January 29th. And then I want to keep up with the stitch along so that this will be finished this year by the 1st of January 2025. If the temperature hits just right, I could actually potentially get it done on December the 31st. So, and let me show you some of the sulky colors. So these are the temperatures from 24 degrees through 39 degrees, which is where I'm at right now. And then there was one day or two, there's actually 3 days where it was 17 degrees. And for those, I'm using, if it's between 23 degrees and under, these are the sulkies that I'll be using for those. So even though we're moving into February, we still have the potential to get down into the lower digits, even single digits. So I'll just be going with it. And this is the shade of green that I'm using for the flippers and the tails and the head, when some of them don't have tails. So if it doesn't have a tail, then, but the body parts, let me say it that way. And then I'll still have to come up with a floss to do the back stitching to segment the shells when it gets time to do that. And unlike with the butterflies, I'm going to do all of the back stitching as I go so that I can, again, stay current and up to date on it. But that was my new start. I started it on Thursday last week. Was it Thursday or Tuesday? Thursday. So that is my Temperature Turtles by Stitching Mommy. My next new start was for the February part of I'm in the Bitty Bowl Club through Pine Mountain. And I started on this pillow right here, which they call the stamp. And I had a little mishap. So when I first started stitching on this, I had the wrong fabric in. I was using the, so when I first started stitching it, I was actually stitching the jar, which is right here, but I was stitching it on the Ada that was for the pillow. It was crazy. Like, I had put in a whole lot of stitches too, and I had decided that I was just going to check my stash so they won't match perfectly. I had like put that much in before I realized I was stitching the wrong thing on this piece of Ada. This should have been stitched on this piece right here, but you know, perseverance, you just keep going. So I dug through my stash. Actually, what I dug through was a giveaway bag that I was supposed to take to Stitch Away with me that I forgot. I dug through the bag and found a 16 count Ada. It's off. The color is lighter than what they sent me, but I was like, it's Ada, it's 16 count. I don't care that the color is off a little bit. That doesn't bother me. I wasn't in the mood to frog that. Like, after I realized that I had made that error, I was like, oh no frogging right now. I'm just going to keep going, because I took this with me to the Stitchy meetup yesterday. So I needed to like get some stitches in so that I would have a good spot to continue stitching at the meetup yesterday. So here is where I am so far with it. I have not counted the stitches on it because I was still working on it this morning. It has a flower motif with some other flowers around it, and then the word, the letters LOVE are in the corners. So I'm going to be stitching on this so that I can hopefully get it up and done before the end of February. This Nurge hoop is a #1. It is a extra small. And I'm pointing that out because I'm going to show you what a #2 Nurge looks like. I don't know if you know this. If you are a Nurge if you utilize Nurge hoops for your cross stitching, you can buy them in a 4-pack with the same size. You don't have to buy that multi-size pack. But that'll be coming up in my investments portion also. So that's my new start for the Bitty Bow February, and I need to get on it because Bitty Bow March will be coming anytime now, I'm sure. So, well, no, this is still, it'll probably come the second week of February. So I need to get on top of it so that I can be ahead, so I can get them FFO'd and up on the shelf before the month is over. So those were my 2 new starts, and I'm very pleased with it. I know I already have in the February Bitty Bow pillow, I already have over 200 stitches in it. So I know that I've met my 200 stitch new start goal. And for Temperature Turtles, of course, I already have, almost have 300 stitches in for that. So next, we're going to go on to whips. So the first whip that I'm going to share with you is Black Butterfly Sampler by Shaded Stitchery. This was chosen as a WIPGO project by Miss Denise at Black Ribbon Stitch Studios. She does have a Flosstube. If you have not heard of her, please go over. I will link her channel down below also. And here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it to you. And here is where I am now. I did get my 700 stitches in on this project, and I am thankful. I actually put in, this week, I put in 375 stitches, which I added some more of the border going down this side, some more of this inner border. I put in the crown and the rest of this butterfly and the beginning part of this wing for this next butterfly. And I brought the alphabet down to the letter O. This fabric is called Aurora Borealis. It is by Live and Dye LA. And I am using a color in cotton. The name just went right out of my head. Rustic Black for the black stitching. And I'm going to have to contact Color and Cotton and see about getting another skein of that. Because I thought I was going to have enough. I think if I would have used 2 different blacks like it called for, then I probably would have been okay, but I'm not going to be with just the one. And then you can tell that the variegation in this black is very, very good. That's a grayer black, and this is a black. So it has the 2 different shades in there. I'm going to leave this ring light off and see, because I just noticed like it's not on, but the video doesn't seem very dark to me. So I'm going to see what happens. So that is my WIPGO. I have this chart in Pattern Keeper, and I am at 25.36% complete on it. I am kicking myself now because I should have put this, I wanted to put this on my year of WIPs so bad, and I just did not. And now, like, I love working on it, so I'm like, I'm going to get this finished before the end of the year because I love working on it. The fabric is fabulous. The threads are fabulous. Like, I love it. So I'm going to be working on that. Pull out your tea or your water. I've really been drinking mint tea because it helps give me something that I'm missing. So, it's good though. I like tea. So that is one of my WIPGO projects that I'm actually completed on. The next project that I worked on was for BRRINGO, and it was the January 25th call. And that call was work on a, no, it wasn't the 25th. It was number, number 11. Work on a WIP or a new start from a non-USA designer. And my non-USA designer is Stitchy Princess Black. And that means that I worked on Floral Fairy. And here's a picture of where she was when I last showed her to you. And here is where she is now. Now, Floral Fairy is on my year of WIPs, so she will be getting completed. And I added, so inside each one of these flower bubbles is a light shade of pink. So I added the pink inside the bubbles. I had to put in 100 stitches. Then I came down and I added this bubble here and this right here to get my 100 stitches in. I am stitching this on a 16 count Fortnite fabric. And I think this card inside this thing is, oh, it's verdigris agoric, which is a mushroom. And I am using a over-dyed floss conversion that I came up with to match the chart. If you recall, so I need to finish, there's a butterfly on this side over here. I guess I need to turn the light on now, because I thought it would be okay, but it's not. Oh, and it won't come on. Okay, I'm not going to fuss with that because I'll be going to spill my tea, then I'll be mad and all of that. So what I was going to say is that I have decided that I am not going to use the border parts. So I still need to put in more flower bubbles down here. And then there's a butterfly that comes up and around over here that I still need to put in. And then this will be completed. I keep playing around with keeping that border in. And if not doing all four corners, then doing the two corners opposite one another. But then I just am like, Whereas if I can, because I actually folded it so that I could see how much of a margin, or yeah, how much of a margin I would get. So see, if I do that, then I don't need it. And that's what I'm going for. So that is my floral fairy. She will be getting completed sometime this year also. I'm going to put her away for now, but she will be completed this at some point this year. I don't have very much. I probably have like another 200 to 300 stitches to put in on her. So she will be getting done. And my next project, my next WIP that I'm going to share with you, I still need to do some work on. And even though this is the 29th of the month, I need to see how many stitches am I short. It's my next WIPGO project that was chosen by Accio Whips, which is Erica and Kevin. And it's 300. See, I should have just kept on stitching. I probably could have 313, 216. What is that? Where's my calculator? Oh, there it is. I still have 97 stitches to go in this. So I still have tomorrow and Wednesday. So I potentially could get it done in January. So now let me show you what I'm talking about now that I done said all of that. I am talking about my Sunflower Fairy by Nora Corbett. And here's a picture of where she was when I last showed her. And here is where I am now. So I have put in a lot of work in this flower part here. That's where I focused all of my attention at for this month. Again, I am 97 stitches short from I put in 216 stitches, and I'm 97 short for my 700 stitch goal. So I need to come in and put some more work into this. This is also on my year of WIP, so it will be getting completed also this year. Or, you know, it has the potential. I'm trying not to, my friend said that I put too much pressure on myself last year trying to get all the WIPs. All the WIPs that I put on my year of WIPs, I finished. And so I'm trying not to put, especially all the way here in January, I'm not trying not to be too stressed. But it did work out well that, oh no, this isn't on my year of WIPs. No, it's not. It's not. It's just a WIPGO call. So I still need to put the fairy in. There's a flower bud here that needs to be put in. And there are petals that come down and around that I still need to put in. So there's still a lot of work that needs to go into this. I was a little discouraged while I was working on it because the threads that I have chosen look really good on here, but they don't match what the picture looks like, because the picture in the original model, Valdanis were used, and I went from based on the picture what I had, and it's not like matching up color for color, but I've decided that I'm going to stick with what I have and not try to, you know, keep going back and forth, changing colors and all of that, because it's a sunflower. And so if I keep going, like there's orange in it, and there's yellow, and there's light yellow, and all of that. There's even fuchsia in the original. So I had to choose a floss that, you know, mimicked or were similar to what was showing on the picture. But I think it's looking really good. I want to thank Kevin, Erica, and Miss Denise for their participation in choosing my WIPGO projects this month. I really do appreciate it. You will end up seeing Sunflower Fairy again next week, because I have to get the 97 stitches. I have to get those 97 stitches in. So that is where I am for my WIPs this week. Again, I don't have any finishes. So what I am going to talk about now are my plans for February. So I'm going to move one basket over. So for the magazine monthly cross stitch challenge group that I'm in, the theme is in the meadow. And of course, every time I would say it, I would go, in the meadow, we would build a snowman. So I have decided that I will be working on, and I'll be putting 150 stitches in on this, because this is on my year of WIPs, and it is Winter Bluster. I'm sorry, these are my plans for February. I don't know if I said that or not. And then I'm going to do the investments, and then we'll be finished. So I'm going to, because in the meadow we build a snowman, I'm going with the song. And so here is where I am on Winter Bluster. And I've got some really good fill-in stitching here. And then, so this is my theme piece. So I have his arm to finish. I have the scarf to put in. Well, I guess it goes this way. The scarf to put in. I have fill-in stitching here. And I need to put his eyes and his smile in. And finish the cardinal. So that is going to be my theme piece for Magazine Monthly. And then the acrostic is snowshoes. So for snowshoes, I have decided that this month, in February, it is Black History Month. And I tied each letter of snowshoes back to a Representation Matters piece that I am working on. So for the first S, I chose Shaded Stitchery Data Portraits in Paris, 1900. And I'm just going to show you the chart. So this is what I will be working on for the S. Each one of the goals for the acrostic is 100 stitches, and I'll explain why, with the exception of one. There's one that I'm going to have a new start, and it'll be 200 stitches. The next letter in snowshoes is the letter N, and that is Nora Corbett, and I will be working on Bella Butterfly. And that is this project right here. For the letter O, I will be working on Rosina Desiree, 1820. This is by Works by ABC. For the W in snowshoes, I will be working on Women of Honor. Albert. He's whining about something and I don't know what it is. And I'm not in the mood to go figure it out right now. He's probably whining because his cover isn't on him. This is by Rebel Stitcher Designs. For the second S in snowshoes, I will be starting Shortening Bread by Alma Lynn. And I will be putting 200 stitches into this chart. I need to get her a project bag too. For the H, I will be working on Dr. Maya Angelou. And this is by Salty Stitcher Designs. I wanted to try to touch every single one of my Representation Matters pieces for the month of February. So for the letter O, I will be working on Civil Sampler, which is also by Rebel Stitcher Designs. And I know I said 100 stitches. If I get to the end of the month and I still have more time, because this is not all of the representation matters that I have, you'll see. For the letter E, I am going to be working on Harriet Tubman by the Primitive Hair. And so those are the projects for the acrostic and the theme for Magazine Monthly. I still have more representation matters charts, and I'll be showing those as I do them. I'm going to go through all of the Magazine Monthly challenge stuff. I'm going to do those for work on these first, and then I'll go to the second part, because I have all of the ones where I did a skin conversion on. I'm counting those as representation matters. But I also have the Bee Queen that I'll be working on during February. I have Mirabilia, the Christmas Elf Fairy that I'll be working on during February. I have the letter K by Nora Corbett. And all of these are because I did skin conversion for representation matters. So they're all going to be worked on during the month of February. Then I also have Capricorn, which is by Nora Corbett also. And I think I have the letter M. This is the only one where I'm not sure that I'm going to be working on it, but this is the letter M fairy. I'm not for sure just yet if I'll be working on this or not. But it's in my basket so that if I have an extra day, then I can pull her out and put 100 stitches in her. Okay, so those are all of my representation matters pieces that I'll be working on for February. For my WIPGO, WIPGO numbers were drawn by Jessie Marie does stuff. And the number are 3, I believe it's 3 and 20. Yes, it is the number 3, which for me, Athena Stitching Goddess Designs gets to choose the chart. And the number 24 is Coffee, Wine, and Stitching Time. Janelle gets to choose the chart. And they have both already given me their choices. So for number 3, which was Athena's choice, she chose Starlight on Water by Carolyn Manning. So I'll be putting 700 stitches into this piece next month. And Janelle chose 3 little words. So I had to go through my 3 little words. And I had to figure out which one, because it's a new start, actually. So I will be putting 700 stitches in it, but it'll also be a new start. And the next one that I have is 151, which is Today Choose Joy. So this will be a new start, and I will be putting 700 stitches in on it. The others are on Ada. I need to find some fabric. I'm sure I have a 28 count around. But I think what I'm going to do is choose a colorful fabric. The others are all on the same fabric count and fabric. They're all with gel. So those are my 2 WIPGO projects for the month of February. And now I'm going to tell you about my WIPGOries. WIPGOries is categories that are put out by Sammy J. And she is on, I will put her information down below also. She has a YouTube channel, and she posts WIPGOries on Instagram. So the WIPGOries for the month of February are full coverage, and my project for that will be Purple Rain, of course. Purple Rain is the only full coverage that I have right now, although I'm thinking about starting another one. Pattern size medium. And I will be double dipping and using Cage Bird, which is by Rebel Stitcher Designs. It's also in my Representation Matters. Pattern type paper. I can use anything because I stitch on, everything that I stitch on is on paper. So, well, not everything. Purple Rain is not on paper. But I could use shortening bread, or I'm going to double, whatever it's going to be a double dip. I didn't write it down for some strange reason. Number 4 is Holiday, and I am going to be using the November Cottage because it has a turkey on it, which to me signifies Thanksgiving, which is a holiday. And a new design in 2023/2024. And I have a chart that I started at the end of 2023. And that is Without Ceasing by Sweet Wing Studio. I know that's what it is. Yeah, Sweet Wing Studio. So let me show you what that looks like. Because it was my December 31st, 2023 new start. And that's what it looks like. Albert, I don't want to hear it. You need to go on and lay down somewhere. Go lay down. And then you just saw November Cottage by Country Cottage, or Little House, Country Cottage Needleworks. I will also be working on, are y'all tired yet? Because this is a lot. This is my ornament for the month of February, so I'll be working on that. And it's very tiny, like it's a mini. It's 32 by 33, so it's a mini. So I'll be working on getting this stitched up. And it's got some good fill-in stitching. So whenever I need to go somewhere and have fill-in stitching, this will be going right along with me. because I can put those little snowflakes in the body and just outline and stitch. So it'll be good for that. And I think that's all I have. Oh, I am going to be starting 2 projects for the Year of the Dragon Warrior, which I showed last week. And I don't know where I put it at now. It's in a folder because I was like, okay, I need to make sure that I don't mess this up. And then I will also be starting snack. We do not eat our allies. Find another snack. And this is from the book Iron Flame. And so I will be starting this also. This was a birthday gift to me from Athena. And you know, the strange thing is Warrior was sitting on this table all this time, and now all of a sudden I can't put my hand on it. But anyway. So those are the bulk of the plans. I do have another new start. I have a couple of new starts that I want to do in February. I know it's the Year of the Dragon for the Chinese New Year. For me, it's also the Year of the Turtle. So I'll be starting another turtle project. And I want to work on the RETM turtle that I have. It's a Quaker turtle pattern that I have. I want to pull that out at some point and work on it also. So I have lots of plans in the works, lots of things that I want to do for Athena's birthday. I want to, I had said that I was going to work on this Made with Love, but I also remembered that I had purchased this Heart and Hand. So that's the Love Baby Snake Salve for Athena's birthday. And my friend Suki's birthday is also on February the 14th, which is Valentine's Day. So I have lots of plans going into February. And I'm sure it'll be, everything will be fine. I just need to remember to pace myself and remember to, you know, this is a hobby, not a job. But I think with setting my goal at 100 stitches on each project, even though there are 13 projects, I think that's a good goal. And I know that I will more than likely go over the goal because I run my thread out when I'm stitching. But it's someplace, that's a good place for me to start, is at 1,300 stitches. So I feel confident and comfortable with putting that many stitches in through the month. For the WIPGO, I have not decided on what my stitch count, you know, what the stitch count will be on those projects. Except for Purple Rain, it will get 200 stitches because that is the monthly goal for Purple Rain this year. Okay, so now that we have gone through all of my February plans, I have just a little bit, a tiny bit of investments. And again, I had a birthday gift come in the mail today. So we're going to go with the gifts. I received a wonderful letter, a wonderful note from Miss Carol and she sent me Faith. I have a number of these charts, and so I did not have Faith. So thank you so very much, Miss Carol. I do not have this chart, so I appreciate you thinking of me and sending it for my birthday and all the things on the note that you said. It is really cute, and I will be adding this as one of my Christmas ornaments this year. I'm pretty sure that if I just stitch the word faith in the church, it'll fit as maybe a larger ornament or a stand-up. So, but thank you so very much. I appreciate it. And your note really meant a lot to me. I also received this beautiful project bag, which was made by Vicky Stitch and Button. But it is a birthday gift from EJ. And it came with this. I'm going to show you this little card. It came with this little card. And here's what the inside is. It's all different. It's snowflakes. And the bag, I don't know if you can tell it or not, but the bag is actually, yeah, there it goes. It's sparkly. So thank you so very much, ladies. Thank you, EJ, for the gift. And thank you, Miss Vicky, for the wonderful project bag. It is wonderful. I love Miss Vicky's project bags, Vicky Stitch and Button. I will have her linked down below also. And then I ordered, so I was telling you, I like the number 2 size of the Nurge hoops. So I ordered a 5-pack from Amazon, and they came. This is the size that I go to most often. The larger sizes are almost too large for me to work with because I have to clamp it into my stand, and like it's way far away. But the number 2 size I really, really like. And I like it that it's in different colors, so I don't have just all purple. So I was just letting you all know that if you are interested in Nurge hoops, you can order them. You can order one and from Amazon, and they'll come. So that was one of my investments. And then I met yesterday Lori. Her name is I'll link her down below also. Her YouTube channel is My Crazy Life, and her name is Lori, and she does put out stickers with permission from different floss tubers that use these phrases. And so I wanted to pick them up. So WIPGO, New Start, FFO, So Good, and Sal. And then these ones are floss, different phrases that are used. Oh, see, birthday start, sampler September, New Year, New Start. And then there are cute little frogs. Remember, I like frogs too. So there's all these different ones that she had. Tea bags, little cat. I don't have a cat, but I know somebody that does. I know quite a few people that do. So I really appreciate you having these, Miss Lori. I will enjoy adding them to my calendar. Ooh, yeesh. So those are all of my investments. Thank you all so very much for your kindness and your support again with the quitting of the nicotine habit. I am now trying to wean myself off of the patch on top of not having the actual cigarettes. So, but I'm not trying to take it too fast. I hope you all are getting lots of stitching done and that you are having some decent weather. It is rainy, and very dark, cloudy, overcast here all the time, which is not good for me. But I have super bright lights on all the time. So I thank you again, and I am going to let you go. Have a very good evening, and I will see you again next week. Good night, everyone.